Welcome. This is week 2 for All About Heart. And today's focus is about empowering the heart. Okay, so we're really going to see if we could really open up the heart chakra, which is called the Anahata chakra. And that's the center of love and balance and connection. So it's really this in the center of our heart region, right in here. The color green is associated with that. And the element is air. And so with the element air, I'm going to encourage you to use your breath. And we'll do some really deep breathing techniques. It's a chakra that's regulates your energy that's associated with your self-acceptance, your self-love and compassion, and having an openness and unconditional love for others. So everything in our lives is fueled by our heart intentions, and it's part of the soul's journey to experience what will make our hearts break, but not to break in half, but to break wide open. So we're going to invite you to see what it is to open up your heart. And what will you do with your pain? Will you use it as an excuse, or will you transcend, transform to forgive? And that your heart is that path, right? Our heart path. So see if we can follow our heart path. So I'm going to say, are you ready to walk this road? We're going to use today, last week we used mudras, right? Remember we did the Kali mudra to infuse energy into the heart. Well, today we're going to use the word mantra. Mantra is finding a word or repetition that resonates for you. Something like I am love, or I am open, I love, I embrace all fear, I listen to my heart. Just try to find some words that resonate to you. I open myself to love. I nurture my inner child. Try to find something that works for you. If you have your own mantra, use that. Or if any of the ones that I accept myself is a powerful one. So for many of us, we are always not accepting who we are or where we are. So even just that is so very powerful. I accept myself. So I invite you to find a mantra, something that resonates in your heart center. Knees are going to be bent. So we're going to move feet hip width distance apart. We're going to do Baddha Konasana. So see if you can rest your spine and roll down on the back of your bolster so that you create this openness in the chest and expansion in your heart. Now you have a choice to keep your knees bent and the knees up, pointing towards the ceiling. And some of you might choose to bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees drop out to the side to open up through your hips. And if you have any discomfort here, if you could always place some pillows under your knees for support. So I invite you to find a position here, because we're going to spend a couple minutes here to see if we can really embrace opening up the back body, which will open up the front of your heart. So I'm going to give everyone another moment to sort of settle into that posture and allow yourself to embrace opening up. And notice how that feels. So begin to soften. Let your body soften and relax. Again, finding a heart mantra. I am kind. I am loved. I am cherished. I am needed. I am compassionate. I accept others. The heart chakra flows with love for ourselves and for others, and it's where our spirit resides. And it is the most important chakra to keep clear and flowing with ease. So now just take a moment and feel who you are right now. So I'll invite you maybe to bring your left hand to your heart and cover it with your right. And as you bring your hands to your heart, see if you experience a subtle shift that comes through the sense of touch, touching your heart center. And see if there are any sensations that you experience in your heart region. Maybe it's just a sensation of numbness or just a dim presence. Or is it more shimmering, more heartfelt? It gives you some sense of a barometer of the fluctuations around your heart center. Notice whether your heart is closing down or whether you're being more open to add more fuel to light the fire of your heart. Just see if you can even notice the pulse, your heart beating, that sense of that thrum, thrum, thrum of your heart. And just allow that sound to maybe bring that sense of that first, your mantra to your heart. To feel your inner ears opening up and listen to that intimate knowing deep within you. And now I invite you to think about a mantra now. Just invite that mantra into your heart center. Just accept whatever comes to mind, whatever resonates for you now. And begin to deepen your breath. I'll invite you to release your hands and allow yourself to come off your bolster and off your mat. So push it away so that you come back into the constructive rest pose to start. So once you release your blocks, your bolster, just gently bring your knees into your chest and gently rock from side to side. And then hug your knees all the way into your chest. Take a nice big deep inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your forehead up towards your knees, feeling the stretch in the back of the body. And then very slowly and gently, you're going to push yourself up. And we're going to make our way right into child's pose. So I want you to come back onto all fours. And then gently push your hips back towards your heels and extend your arms way out in front. And gently rest your forehead either on a block, on your forearms, or if you can bring your forehead all the way down to your mat, go right ahead. So this is, again, taking the posture that feels best for you. And then shift your hips from side to side. Wake up the back body and breathe deep into the back of your heart. See if you can really breathe into the back muscles of the body, those muscles along your spine. Infuse them with the breath. Shift your hips over to the right and feel that stretch along the side of your body. Maybe tippy-toe your fingers over to the left as you do that and feel the side stretch. Come back through center, tippy-toe your fingers to the right and shift your hips to the left. And notice how that feels along the back of your body, inside of your body, stretching that out. Then make your way back to center and make your way up onto all fours. We're going to come into the traditional cat-cow, but spread your palms nice and wide. Press your knuckles down into the mat, knees directly underneath your hips, and find your cat and cow pose. So I want you to begin with your cow by lifting your tailbone, melting your heart by broadening your collarbones and shoulders, looking forward and up. And then on your exhale, I want you to lengthen your tailbone, tuck your tailbone, right? Bring your navel and heart center towards the back body and bring the crown of your head towards the floor. And really press into your hands and into your shins as you exhale. Now slowly find your cadence and move back and forth. So as you inhale, melt the heart, the thoracic cavity, lift your chin, broaden your collarbone as you look forward and up. And then as you exhale, you round. And again, back and forth just a couple times. And when you complete your next exhale, just press your hips down to your heels, bring your hands behind your body, and shake out your wrists. Open and close your hands. Circle your wrists one way, and then circle them the other way. Now, as your next inhale, I'm going to invite you to stand up onto your shins. You're going to sweep your arms out and up. And then as you exhale, you're going to sweep your arms behind you, place your hands on the sacrum, your back body, as you lower your hips down to your heels and look over to your right. And then as you inhale, you're going to come up, press up onto your shins, sweep your arms out and up. And now as you exhale, you're going to sweep your arms behind your back again, but this time look over to your left. So you're alternating the direction of your gaze each time. Inhale, come up. Now look up and towards the ceiling. As you exhale, sweep your arms behind you, shift your hips back, and look over to your right. Inhale, come all the way up again. Look up towards the heavens. As you exhale, look over to your left, shifting your hips back towards your heels. We'll do one more set. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Maybe look up at a little bit of a heart-opening back bend. And then as you exhale, sweep your arms behind you onto your lower back and sacrum. Look to your right. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up again. Look up expansively. And then as you exhale, look over to your left as you come back. And then slowly let yourself come back up. And we're going to come into the tabletop position. So we're going to come back into tabletop. Place your palms directly underneath your shoulders. Spread your palms nice and wide. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. So you really feel that connection to the shoulders, and your arms are supporting your shoulder girdle. Your knees are directly underneath your hips. You're going to extend your right leg behind you. You're on the ball of the foot, and you're gently pulsing back and forth. So while you're on the ball of the foot, pressing through the back heel, back and forth. And then I invite you to really press down through your palms. We're going to fire up the core just a bit. So feel that core connection. And again, this is a choice. You're going to inhale. If you'd like to, you're going to hover the left knee off the mat. So that really fires up the core. Good. And if you'd like to, again, these are options. You can lower the knee if you need to, keep the knee lifted, or extend the left leg behind. So like you're doing a plank pose, a three-legged plank. Then bring the knee into your chest and then extend it out. Bring the knee in, extend out. Last time, knee in and extend out. Now lower your left knee down to the mat and let your right leg float up. And now this is an extension, nice long extension through your back with an inhale. On your exhalation, you're going to draw your knee towards your navel, look towards your knee as you exhale, squeeze in and up. Inhale, go long with the right leg. Exhale, you're going to bring your right knee out to the side like a shoulder fire hydrant and tap the right knee up towards your right shoulder. Inhale, go long. Repeat 2 more times. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze in and up. Inhale, go long. Exhale, bring the knee out to the side, tap your shoulder. We'll do 1 more. Inhale, go long. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze in and up. Inhale, go long. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Good job. Now lower your right leg to meet your left. Come off your hands, rub your palms together, shake it out. Open and close your fingers. Circle your wrists one way, circle them the other way. If you're finding this is too much weight bearing on your hands, you can always do this on your forearms, okay? So there's always an option. We're going to do the opposite leg now. All right, so again, place your palms directly underneath your shoulders. Draw those shoulder blades down the back. Keep your spine nice and long as you send your left foot out behind you. Place the ball of your left foot behind you and gently rock. Just wake up the back body there. You're going to find the breath. Press your palms down into the mat, shoulder blades down your back, nice and firm. Connect to your core here. Now, this is just an option. You don't have to do this if it's too much on you. But if you choose to, lift your right knee and hover. Feel that core connection here. And then extend your right leg long. And then bring it in. So if this is too much, you can lower the opposite knee to the mat. But otherwise, extend out and then bring it in. One more time, extend the right leg out, bring it in. Now lower your right knee and transition, shift your left leg up behind you. Inhale here, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale long, exhale, knee out to the side, tap your shoulder. Inhale long, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale long, exhale, tap out to the shoulder. We'll do one more set. Inhale long, exhale, knee to nose. And then inhale long, bring it out, tap your shoulder. Now lower your left leg. Again, I'm going to invite you to come up, shake it out, open and close your wrists, and circle your wrists one way, and then circle them the other way. Now we're going to step your right foot forward. We're going to come into a low lunge. So the back knee's on the ground for this variation. Place your right hand on the right thigh and your left hand can be on the mat. And you're going to lengthen your spine. So there's a nice lengthening in the back body. But as you inhale, we're going to add a gentle twist. As you exhale, twist over to your right. Begin to look over towards your right shoulder, spinning through the thoracic cavity. Feel that. Roll that right shoulder back and open up through the heart here. Feel a nice stretch in here. And then slowly come back to center. Place both hands on the knee and the thigh and then press yourself up. And then sweep your arms forward and up. Open up and go as wide as you can so that you create that expansiveness, that your arms are like wings to your heart. And really feel that expression of opening up your heart, lengthening through your tailbone, maybe opening up through the throat and maybe gazing slightly up. And I'll invite you to think of the mantra that you chose here and just offer that mantra to your heart center right now. And then when you exhale, cartwheel the hands back to the floor, slide your right leg back, and step your left foot forward. Place your left hand on your left thigh. Your right hand is under your right shoulder. First, go long in the spine. So create length so you're looking forward in front of you. Feel that stretch along the right inside of your hip. And then when you're ready to add the twist, gently begin to look over to your left, creating an openness through the thoracic cavity as you open up. Begin to feel that openness in the shoulder, in that hip. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale, come back to center. Transfer both palms of your hands to the thigh as you lift and stack your shoulders over your hips. And then you're going to sweep your arms forward and up and maybe out to the side just a bit. And again, feel that expansiveness of the heart, opening up, fingertips to fingertips, feel the broadness. Consider your mantra. Offer that to yourself. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale, come back, lower your hands, and come on to your shins. So we're going to do a familiar series, but I'm going to just add a little bit onto it. So we're going to open up. I'm going to invite you to extend your right leg out to the side. So now your toes and your knees are pretty much in the same line. You're going to place your right hand on the extended right leg. We're going to do side body stretch here. So listen to your body and move in a way that feels very safe in your body. So we're going to inhale, sweep the arm up and over and bend. And we're going to do that 2 times. So I always like to move dynamically. So the inhale is lift up. And the exhale is bend over to the side. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, bend over to the side. Now we're gonna just sort of hang out here. Feel this openness here as you side bend. Stretch, 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 and reach. Good. Now we're going to transition from here. Inhale, both arms like you're holding a great big beach ball. And now as you exhale, you're going to transfer your arms up, but at the same time, shift your hips back. As you shift your hips back, lean forward, okay? We call this like a bird flying. Bend over. Feel that stretch. And then place your left hand on the floor, on the mat next to you. And you're going to inhale, sweep that arm up and over and come into this extended side bend. So you're going to come right into this side bend stretch. Inhale here. As you exhale, you have a choice. You can stay here, stay connected to your core. You can lift that right leg up and stretch. Or if you choose to, you can bend your right knee and grab that right ankle and press opening up into this half bow heart opening stretch. Again, if you can't grasp your ankle, you can keep your foot on the floor. You can keep your arm open. Just feel that heart opening stretch here. Press your foot into the palm of your hand. If you have the foot, take one more breath. And then as you exhale, you're going to lower your foot down to the mat. Press yourself up and come back to center. Feel that energetic qualities of that heart stretching, heart opening, back bending, side bending pose. And then we're going to do the opposite side when you're ready. Extend your left leg out to the side. And just for alignment, make sure your foot and knee are in the same plane and your front body's open. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Place your left hand on your left thigh. Sweep your right arm up. We're going to do 3 side bends. So inhale here. As you exhale, side bend over and stretch through the side waist. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side bend again. Stretch as far as you can. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And then inhale, come up. Last time, as we exhale, we'll hold here. Feel that nice side bending stretch. Try to keep your shoulders and heart open to the front. Try not to collapse in a forward fold. Feel that stretch. Now, again, I'll make this a choice, but if you like to lift that opposite arm up like you're holding this great big beach ball, feel that expansiveness. Inhale here. Now we're going to transition here. Lift your arms up, still holding that beach ball, but on your exhale, you're going to shift your hips back and lean forward. So you're hinging at the hips. Forward fold, bow down. You go as far as you comfortably can go. Your arms are still out to the sides or maybe even behind you. And then slowly plant your right palm down on the mat. Sweep your left arm up and over your head. And you're in this beautiful side bend, supported side plank. You can bring the arm overhead. That's one option. Next option is you can lift your foot off the mat. And the other option, and again, is if you want to bend your knee, grab hold of your left ankle with your left hand. This is a side of a bow pose, heart opening stretch. Fill your heart with your mantra now. Remember your mantra. Whichever position, whichever variation you choose, go right ahead. And then release. As you release, lower your foot. Press yourself up. Shins back on your mat. Bring your shoulders forward and up and roll them back and down. Let's do that 2 more times. This is a great heart opening stretch. Shoulders forward and up and roll them back and down. And we'll do that last time. Shoulders forward and up. As you bring them back and down, we're going to prep up for the camel pose, all right? So I'm going to give several options for camel. The camel pose, if you think of it, the camel goes to the oasis. This is a heart-opening pose, like an oasis for your heart. All right, so I'm going to offer several modifications. First off being is to tuck your toes underneath so your heels are lifted up. You're going to place the palms of your hands, fingers pointing down on your sacrum, lower back. Relax your shoulder blades. Lift up your sternum. Lift up your gaze as you open up through the front body. Feel that opening of your heart. And again, imagine that heart as the oasis of love. And again, reaffirm to yourself with your mantra today into your heart center. Your gaze is looking up. Try not to drop your neck all the way back. There's a certain level of energetic connection to the back body here. And then as you exhale, slowly come up. And I'll invite you to release your hands, release your feet, and shift your hips back, and maybe take a forward fold in any direction. You can take an extended child's pose, or just shift your hips side to side in a way that releases the back body stretch. We always want to complement back bends with a forward fold. It's it's very supportive to do that. So we're going to come back up again, and I'm going to offer you another variation, again, based on what feels right for you. You can tuck your toes again, place your hands on your sacrum, shoulder blades down the back, lift the sternum. Make sure you firm up through the front of your core, firm up as you press your thighs forward. There's an full engagement here through the pelvis as you open up through the front body. Now, you can choose to stay here, or if you'd like to open up a little bit more, you're going to sweep your right arm up and over, reach for the heel of your right foot. And if it's available, you're going to add the left. If you can only do one side at a time, just do one side and then alternate to the other. But if you have both hands there, again, be mindful of your neck, lift your heart, lift your gaze, and repeat your mantra. Infuse your heart with love and let that be through your own mantra. When you're ready to release, come forward. And then again, take a forward fold. You can come back into your cat or cow pose, or you can come into extended child's pose. Again, I want this to be your practice and make this the way that you need it to be. Breathe deep. Shift your hips from side to side. And then very gently and slowly now come onto all fours. We're going to prep up to downward dog. So step your right foot back and your left foot back. Press through the balls of your feet. Gently lift your heels, lift your hips up. Heels do not have to touch the mat, but maybe if you want to just walk your dog, go right ahead. Make sure your arms are very strong, pressing the palms of your hands into your mat, shoulder blades down the back. Breathe deep into the back body. Find your breath. Nice big deep inhale and exhale. And then very slowly now, walk your hands back towards your feet. Press your heels to the mat. Grab onto your elbows and let your crown of your head hang down to the floor and just gently rock from side to side. And just feel that expression of just like a rag doll. And then when you're ready to release your hands. And we're going to sweep the arms out to the side and a great big lift up, swan dive, lift up, palms to touch. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum. Maybe bow your head down as you stand in your Tadasana, hands at your heart. And again, reaffirm with your mantra. Bringing your hands down by your sides now. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. Lift your heels as you lift up. Lift your heart up. As you exhale, lower down. Find balance, find focus. Inhale, shift your weight forward, lift your heels, lift your arms, expand your heart. Maybe look up as you do this. Exhale, lower down. And one more time, inhale, lift up, lift your heels, look up, lift your heart. And then as you exhale, slowly come back down into your mountain pose. Relax your shoulders and just observe. And again, notice the sensations of energy running up and down your body in this moment. So we're going to continue to infuse this idea of heart energy with your mantra. So as we do this, we're going to do this in a chair pose. So again, we'll just go over chair. I want you to shift your hips back like you're sitting in a chair. Get really grounded through your feet. Make sure you really feel the weight in the heels of your feet. You can lift your toes. We're going to inhale, extend your arms forward and up. So we're going to inhale, press through your feet and come up as we inhale. Now as you exhale, I want you to fold forward through chair. And then slowly draw your torso towards your thigh. You're going to go all the way down into a forward fold. As you exhale, lowering your hands down to the floor. And then as you inhale, take your time. Inhale, rise up, press into your feet, back into chair, and then all the way up to stand as you inhale. And then exhale, back into chair. Fold forward, lowering down. Fingertips all the way down to the floor. As you inhale, come all the way up, press up through chair. And then as you exhale, I want you to exhale all the way down. Take your time, nice, slow, take your time, exhaling down. Next 3 rounds, repeat your mantra as you rise up. And as you lower. Again. And relax, exhale down. We'll do one more. Inhale, next inhale, let's everyone rise up together. Relax your hands down by your sides. And just feel the infused energy of that mantra into your heart center. And feel how the heart rate starts to rise when we do these types of moves. This is a nice way of getting the heat, building up the heat in the body. So we're going to continue to do this movement with arm opening stretches throughout our next series of poses. So I'm going to invite you now to face the front of your mat. So your right foot will be forward and step your left foot back. So we're going to move through the warrior 1 pose. So this is where I'm going to invite you to make sure your right foot is facing the front of your mat. The heel of your left foot is just kicked out just a bit. Square your shoulders to the front of the mat, but you can feel that openness in that left hip. Bend your right knee. Take your right hand to the outside of your right thigh. I want you to press your right thigh right into your right hand so that you can see what your knee is tracking towards the outer edge of your foot so that you feel that energy. Try to prevent the knee from collapsing inward by energetically pressing it towards the outer edge of your foot. Good, now keep that energy there. And then as you inhale, you're going to bring your palms together in front of you, palms touching. So we're going to inhale, open your, straighten your, Inhale and open your arms and straighten your leg. As you exhale, bend your knee and palms to touch. Inhale, straighten your legs, open your heart, open your palms nice and wide, and exhale, palms to touch, bend your knee. One more round, inhale, open, straighten your leg. As you exhale, palms to touch. Now from here, I'm going to invite you to lift your arms overhead into the traditional warrior 1. Relax your shoulders, open your heart. And as you breathe here, I'm going to hold this pose for several breaths. And again, infuse your heart with your personal mantra. Then when you're ready to release, lower your hands down by your sides and step both feet together. Take a moment to pause and just feel the felt sensations of the practice of the breath. We will do the other side now. So left foot forward, step your right foot back. Your right foot just kicks out just a bit, but your left foot is facing the front edge of your mat. You're going to take the palm of your left hand as you bend your left knee, press the outer thigh right into the palm of your hand. Feel that energetic quality. Make sure knees and toes are tracking together. Good. Now, place your palms to touch in front of you. As you inhale, straighten your legs, open your arms wide as you can go. Really open up the wings to your heart. As you exhale, bend your knee, place your palms together, relax your shoulders. Inhale, open wide, broaden the collarbone, open the heart. As you exhale, press your palms together. One more time, inhale, open wide. Feel that openness in the rib cage. And then as you exhale, press together. Keeping your knee bent, sweep your arms overhead in the traditional warrior one. Find your drishti, find that focal point. Root down through your feet, lift up through your heart. Make this a little bit of a heart opener for you. Maybe lift your heart a little bit higher. Lift your gaze a little bit higher. And then infuse your heart and your breath with your mantra. And then as you exhale, I'm going to invite you to cartwheel your hands all the way down to the mat and step back into your downward dog. From your downward dog, I'll invite you to press through to your plank, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. And then inhale, we're going to come up into your baby cobra, palms alongside your chest. Lift your heart, lift your gaze, shoulder blades down the back, baby cobra. See if you can lift your palms off the mat as you press down through your navel center, your hips. Now lower your hands, press up a little bit higher. Keep those shoulder blades down the back, elbows in. Come into a little bit more of an upward dog. And then exhale, lower down, tuck your toes, press up to plank or all fours, your choice, and shift back into your downward dog. Find your breath. Find stillness in your dog. Breathe deep into your heart center. In this inversion, the blood now is pumping through the heart chambers. Feel the beat of your heart. As you lift your right leg up to the sky, I'll invite you now to maybe bend your right knee and open up that right hip. Spread your toes. Feel this nice stretch through your hamstrings and quads. As you inhale, extend the right leg out to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze in and up. So this is an option. You don't have to do this. You can keep your leg extended or come into downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze in and up. The next time, inhale as you exhale, knee to nose, but now step your right foot forward. So look up towards your right hand. Step your right foot as high as you can towards that right hand. Now you're going to spin the heel of your left foot down onto your mat, and you'll make your way up. And we're going to prep for warrior two. So let's make sure the foundation is firm. The right knee is bent. Make sure that your knee is tracking. The outer edge of your left foot is really grounded onto your mat. Now take your left hand behind you and just extend it. And rotate the palm up and just look over your left shoulder and look at that alignment. Relax that shoulder. Now, look to your right and extend the right arm in front, palm up. Feel that expansiveness from shoulder to shoulder, fingertips to fingertips, palms up. Being open to receive. Now, as you inhale, we're going to lift the palms up to touch overhead and straighten the front leg. And then exhale, lower, bend. Moving dynamically, nice, slow flow, inhale, and maybe even look up at your fingertips when the palms touch. And then as you exhale, lower it down, warrior two, gaze towards the right hand. Now inhale, look up at your fingers as your hands rise. As you exhale, hold your warrior two, gaze over the middle finger of your right hand, palms up though in this variation. Just this external rotation opens up the heart and the shoulder girdle a little bit more. Stay grounded through your feet. Inhale now. On your next exhale, you're going to bend your right elbow and bring your right elbow to the right knee. So I'm going to offer a couple choices here. Roll this left shoulder down your back. So if we're going to come into a bind, there's a couple ways we can do this. You can bring the back of your palm of your left hand, so rotate thumb down. Bring the back of your hand to the small of your back. Rest it right on your sacrum. Stack your left shoulder over the right so the front body is nice and open. And keep your neck in line with your spine. Try not to drop your shoulder or crunch into that shoulder. I want to have a nice long diagonal line in your spine. Now some of you might be able to bring that hand around and clasp, left hand clasp your right thigh. That's a full bind. And if you're able to do that, go right ahead. Some of you might even go into a deeper bind, and this is, again, just an option. But if this is in your practice, you're going to take your right hand under your right knee, right leg, and clasp your hands behind your back in a full bind. Now, this may not be available to everybody. That's okay. Take the variation that works for you today. Slowly, when you come out of this posture, make your way back to extending the arms out like you're holding a great big beach ball. Both arms out. We're going to inhale, come all the way up. As you exhale, parallel your feet, interlace your hands behind your back. Draw your knuckles down to your tailbone. And then root down through your feet, lift your heart, lift your sternum, and look up. Heart opening stretch here. And then release. And we're going to do the other side now. So wherever you are, just rotate the left foot to the back edge of your mat. You're going to bend your left knee. Again, look for that alignment, knees and toes. Now take your right arm behind you, extend your right arm, look over your right shoulder, palm up, rotate it. Feel that openness through the shoulder joint. So feel that suspension of the right arm behind you. Now look to your left, add the left arm, palm up. Try to keep an evenness in that if available to you. Your shoulders don't like that, modify in any way that feels right. Now, as we inhale, straighten the left leg, lift your palms up to touch. As you exhale, lower your arms and look over towards your left hand. As you inhale, sweep your arms up, palms to touch, maybe look up. Exhale, bend the knee, lower to your warrior two. Inhale, palms up, infuse your heart with your mantra. As you exhale, come to warrior two and hold. As you're holding, again, consider your personal mantra, infusing this posture with that mantra. Fill the heart with love, compassion, forgiveness. Feel the energy in your body here as you're moving through a very powerful pose. This is such a strong, powerful pose. And infusing it with a mantra really empowers your heart. Now bend your left elbow, place your left elbow on your left thigh. Bring your right hand to your hip and roll that right shoulder blade down the back. So you're opening up the front body to the front. Feel that opening. Again, I'm going to give several choices. You can choose to stay here. Remember, these are choices. If you choose to go into a bend or a bind, bring the thumb down of your right hand and bring the back of your hand to the back of your sacrum. That's one bind. If you choose to slide, you can clasp your right hand to your left thigh. That's another variation. If you choose to take the next level, you're going to take your left hand, bring it under the left knee, and clasp the right hand behind your back. So this is a very deep bind. It may not be available for everybody. That's okay. You're going to listen to your body. Remember, this is all about listening to your own body, paying attention to the physical sensations that you're feeling. Find your breath. And when you're ready to release the bind, you're going to make your way back up into extended side angle with both arms extended like you're holding a great big beach ball. And then slowly lift up to stand, straighten both legs. Now heels in, toes out. Inhale here. Now as you exhale, bend your knees and come into a nice squat. And then inhale, rise and lift and straighten. Exhale, bend and lower. Big squat, shoulders over hips. Inhale, lift, reach up. Exhale, squat. The last time, inhale, lift, and then exhale, squat. Hold the squat here. So get grounded through your heels. See if you can lift your toes. Spread your fingers wide. Elbows can be bent. Stack your shoulders over your hips. And feel the strength and the power of this posture. And infuse that energy into your heart center with your mantra. Take one more breath. As you inhale, extend, lower your arms, toe, heel, slightly forward. But we're going to take a nice forward fold now. So bring your hands to support your sacrum, lift your sternum, and then we're going to come into a wide angle forward fold. So find your stance as you come into that wide angle forward fold. You're going to hinge from your hips, lead with your heart now, and come halfway. Halfway down, hold. See how that feels. Heart open. Good. Now gently let your hands slide down the backs of your thighs. And then you can reach towards your ankles and take that forward fold. And let the crown of the head come to where it's comfortable in your body to take the complete fold in a way that's supportive for you. If you want to bring your fingertips in front of you, go right ahead. Rest your hands on blocks, go right ahead. Let the blood come passing through the heart. This is very, very nourishing, cleansing, releasing toxins. Let the blood pass through the heart chambers. And then very slowly, very carefully, bend your knees. Bring your hands to your thighs. Slowly roll yourself up. Come up to stand. Find your way into stillness. And I'm going to invite you again, bring your left hand to your heart and cover it with your right. Maybe soften your gaze inward, noticing the heartbeat, and just observe the thumb, dum of your heart. You are alive, you're vibrant. You are love. You are compassion. You are loved. Empower yourself with all of these feelings and emotions. I'm going to invite you now to face the front of your mat. We're going to set up for warrior one again. So again, right foot forward, left foot back. And you're going to sweep your arms forward and up. I'm going to invite you now to bring yourself into cactus arms. So cactus arms with elbows bent. As you begin to transfer your weight, we're going to move into warrior three. So lift the heel of the left foot up. And you're going to begin to transfer your weight into the right leg. So make sure the four corners of your right foot are grounded. You can keep your right knee bent if you choose to. You're going to transfer your weight by gently hinging at your hips, trying to bring yourself parallel to the floor. Cactus arms, heart opening. If you prefer to extend your arms out like airplane wings, that's an option. Or if you prefer, you can interlace your hands behind your back for a great big heart opening stretch. And when you're ready to float, if you choose to, that's again an option, see if you can float the back foot off your mat, transferring the weight into your right leg, lifting up. Infuse your heart with your mantra. And when you're ready, gently lower the back foot. Release your hands back into warrior one. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. As you exhale, lower your arms. Step both feet together. And just observe the energetic quality of a balanced pose, how that infuses your practice. Energy shifts the minute we try to balance. Now we'll do the other side. So your left foot is forward. Your right foot is back. You bend your left knee. Again, we're going to start with cactus arms as a choice. As you begin to transfer your weight now over your left foot. So make sure those four corners of your left foot are grounding down. It gives you greater balance. As you transfer your weight over, you come onto the toe of the back foot. And again, your choices here. You can keep your arms out to the sides. You might want to choose to interlace your hands behind your back to really open up the heart. And as you transfer that weight, when you're ready to fly, lift the toe of the back foot up off the mat. Try to bring ground down through that left foot as you press through the ball of the back foot. Feel that stretch. Find your mantra. Focus. Balance. When you're ready to come back out, lower the back foot to the mat. Sweep both arms forward and up into your warrior one. Lift your heart, lift your sternum. Infuse your heart with your mantra. As you're ready, exhale, lower down. Come back. Center. And again, just observe. Good. And then I'm going to invite everyone to face the front of your mat. Make your way into your downward dog. So place your palms down on the floor, step your feet back, come into your downward dog. From your downward dog, I'll invite you to come forward to plank. Draw those shoulder blades down on your back. And then lower your knees and lower your forearms onto your forearms. Shift your hips to the side so that now you're in a side body stretch. So maybe, hopefully you can see the camera now. So wherever you are to see this, but we're going to do a couple of variations of a side plank move to really open up the side body and strengthen the muscles surrounding the heart. So I'm going to offer some choices. So as you can see right now, my knees are bent, my shoulder, my elbows directly underneath my shoulder, and I have both hands on the floor. So we're going to start with a few, I call these side plank push-ups, okay? So offering several variations. So the first to begin with is to gently press, lift your hip up, and then lower down. Do that 2 more times. Hips up and lower down. Up and lower down. Now, if that seems okay for you, maybe bring your hand to your hip or lift your arm up. Lift up and lower down. And lift up and lower down. One more time. Lift up and lower down. Next variation is maybe extend your legs. So with your legs extended, your feet are stacked in line with your body. So this is going to require a little bit more core energy. And if this is too much, guess what? Bend your knees. All right, so the same idea. Both hands on the floor. Lift your hips and lower down. Lift your hips and lower down. One more time. Lift and lower. And the final version would be, variation would be side plank with as a forearm side plank. Stack your feet and lift and lower. And lift and lower. One more time. Lift and lower. Can you lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Good job. All right, so slowly come back up. Extend your legs out in front. Give them a little shake. And we're going to move to the other side. All right, so same sequence, but make sure you get your shoulder in line with your elbow for support. That really supports the whole shoulder girdle. Your knees are bent. Both hands are on the floor to start. And start with little push-ups. Lift your hips. Lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Next variation, extended arm. Lift, lower, lift. Press your palm in for support. Lower, lift, and lower. Lower the arms, both hands to the mat now, but extend both legs. Make sure your body's in a nice alignment here. Extend both feet, hands on the floor for support, and lift. Remember, core connection here. This is really want to connect to that abdominal core. Lower and lift and lower. And then finally, if you choose this variation, this is your choice. Remember, stack your ankles, stack your hips, squeeze your inner thighs together, and then as you inhale, lift and lower, lift and lower, and lift. And see if you can stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower. Good job. And then slowly bend your knees and come back up and shake your legs out. Give everything a good shake. So now we're going to take this into a couple of what I call dolphin swimming. So we're going to do this and dolphin push-ups. So I'm going to start with the dolphin swimming first. So I'm going to invite everybody to come back onto all fours. Okay, but this time, bring your elbows to the mat, interlace your hands, okay, and press your forearms into your mat. And you're going to, if you'd like, just lift your feet up behind you, and you're going to just gently, this is called dolphin swimming. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, come forward, and then come back. And like a dolphin swimming, forward and back, forward and back. Okay, so do that a couple more times. Do that a few more times, and then release. Come on to hands and knees. Shift your hips back. And stretch your spine. So that's called dolphin swimming. Now we're going to do dolphin push-ups, and there's the option. If the push-up seems to be too demanding for your shoulder girdle or your body, you're going to do dolphin swimming again with your knees on the ground, okay? But first, find your dolphin. So bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, clasp your hands. And then if you're going to lift your knees up, come into your dolphin pose. Walk your feet a little bit closer and then press, this is your dolphin, this is your inhale, and then you're going to come forward into a push-up as you come forward to your chin towards your fist and then press back. These are dolphin push-ups. So do at least 2 if you can, maybe 3, or maybe you'll even want to do 4, maybe 5, maybe a couple more. Do what feels right for your body. Stop whenever you need to. Do 1 more. And then lower your knees. Press your hips back. And notice how that feels. Again, this fires up the fuel around your heart. We're going to make our way back into dolphin again with your knees on the ground, dolphin hands. And if you'd like to, I'm going to invite you to tuck your toes and lift your knees. As you come into dolphin, again, this choice can be keep your knees on the ground, or if you'd like to, lift up one leg. Notice how that feels. Lift one leg up, stretch, lift. Now you can do this with your knee on the ground as well. Option is left knee's on the ground, right leg is up. You have choices. Lower the right leg when you're ready. And then you're going to alternate, opposite side. Left leg up. Feel that stretch. Lift up. And then lower down. And then release your hands, bring your arms behind you, and shake it out. Open, close, open, close. Good job. Now I'm going to invite you to come to sit. And we're going to do reverse table. Shoulder blades down the back. So first I'm going to invite you to bring your hands behind you. Fingertips facing towards your feet. Shoulder blades down the back. Now, if for any reason this bothers your wrists, adjust your hands in a way that you can tolerate. This should not be painful for you. So again, adjust as needed. You walk your heels a little bit closer towards your body. You're going to press your shoulder blades down the back, press your palms into your mat. As you inhale, you're going to lift your hips up. This great big heart opening stretch opens up the whole front of your body. Keep your neck in line with your spine. And then as you exhale, lower down. And we'll repeat that again. Press into the palms of your hands, shoulder blades down the back, and press up. And lower down. Now I want to offer one more option for those of you who want to go into an extended leg reverse plank, your choice. You don't have to do this. Stay with reverse table. As you press into the palms of your hands, engage your heels, lift up through the front of your thighs, inner thighs pressing together, lift up, heart opening, stretch, press up, reverse plank. And then when you're ready, lower yourself down, push yourself forward, slide your hands down your thighs, your knees, your shins, and come into a gentle forward fold. Release the back of your neck and the back of your head. Shake your head no, shake your head yes. And then bend your knees, and we're going to make our way onto our back. We're going to do supine twist. So I'll invite you to come into your constructive rest pose. You're going to separate your knees as wide as your mat. And you're going to drop your knees to your right, open your arms out to the side or in cactus pose above your head. That feels appropriate for your shoulders. Go ahead with that variation. And then windshield wiper your knees up and drop them to the other side. And you're going to do that 2 more times. Windshield wiper to the right. Breathe as you exhale. Lift your knees up. Windshield wiper them to the left. Take a big deep inhale. And exhale. Again, over to the right. Over to the left. Then come back to center, place the soles of your feet together, and just come into Baddha Konasana, really opening up the hips, opening up the shoulders, opening up the arms, and just release here for a moment or two. Feel the openness of the body here, the openness of the front body, and infuse your heart again with your mantra. Begin to relax. Gently, when you're ready now, lower your arms down by your sides and gently press both thighs together, knees together, feet flat on the floor. We're going to finish with the bridge pose. So let's walk your feet closer to your hips. Press your palms down on the mat. Or if you'd like to try a different variation, I call these T-Rex arms. Bend your elbows. Fingertips press up towards the ceiling. So you're pressing the backs of your triceps into the mat. Press the back of your head into the mat. So you're really engaging. You don't want to be putting any pressure on the back of your neck. Soles of the feet press down into the mat. And then when you're ready, lift your pelvis up so that the weight bearing of this pose is on the back of your triceps, your feet. It's not on your neck. Feel that energy. As you lift up, lift your heart, lift your sternum. Breathe into this heart opening stretch. Some of you might prefer to interlace your hands behind your back. Of course, that's an option. Roll your shoulders underneath. If wheel is in your practice and you want to do a full wheel, go right ahead. I choose not to today. I always want you to know that to take any posture that feels appropriate for you. If you want to lift one leg up, go right ahead. Lower that leg, and then transfer the weight and lift the other leg up. Lower both feet to the mat, wherever you are. Release your hands, lower your spine. Bring your knees into your chest, forehead to your knees, and rock from side to side. This is where I'll invite you to take any last-minute pose that your body might need to complete your practice before we prepare for rest. So please take the next 30 seconds to do whatever you need. And then you're going to prepare yourself for your final resting pose, Shavasana. So you have lots of props around, maybe your blankets, your pillows, your bolsters, your blocks, and take whatever you need so that you can find a nice relaxation posture. We're going to do a guided relaxation, and then I'm going to bring you up into a seated guided meditation. So find your way, find your place, find a comfortable position. Take whatever props you need so that your body is going to be warm. So if you need any additional props or additional shirt, please feel free to take what you need to get as comfortable as you possibly can. Begin to settle. Lengthen your spine so you feel alert but relaxed. Allow your chest to be open and let your shoulders release. Soften your forehead. Soften your lips and your jaw. Notice if there's any tension in your face as you begin to relax. See if you can soften that place between your eyebrows where the brow tends to knit together. And we often allow it to tighten. See if you can allow that to release. If you notice any tightness in your body, take a few deep inhales and exhales to let go of whatever it is you're holding on to. So that your inhale becomes a calm, soothing, nourishing breath. And the exhale cleanse your body of any stress and worries so that you can feel peaceful and at ease. Just know that you're in a held space as you acknowledge how you hold yourself and just let the weight of your physical body rest into the support beneath you. Invite your mind to release in an outstanding way. Just rest in awareness of your body resting in stillness. And just begin to develop an awareness of the physical meeting points between your body and the earth beneath you. Begin to become aware of your breath. And just notice the natural rhythm of your breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Not manipulating the breath or trying to change it. Just find the breath. See if you can find a nice rhythm now by watching the flow of the breath as you inhale and exhale. Noticing how the belly rises as the air comes in and how it softens as you exhale. Let your body relax. Soften your forehead. Relax your cheeks, your lips, your tongue, your jaw, your throat, your shoulders, your arms, elbows, wrists, palms, and fingers resting. Your attention back to your torso now as you soften from the throat down into the chest, the area of the heart chakra, Anahata chakra, softening the lungs. Your heart is nestled in your lungs like a jewel, softening your belly, softening your pelvis and hips, thighs, your knees, your shins, ankles, and down to your feet. Just allow your body to rest now. For the next 2 minutes, just rest in stillness in Shavasana and relaxation. And just stay perhaps with your mantra. Repeat your mantra again and again when your mind begins to wander, which your mind will. Keep coming back to the sound of your mantra. It's like your heart is whispering. Anahata means unstruck sound. So you really need to listen to the whisper of your heart. Allow that whisper to be that mantra. Keep coming back to the mantra of your heart. Now slowly release your mantra. And I am going to invite you to take your time. But I'm going to invite you to make your way up into a comfortable seated position for a meditation. Again, this is an option. If you choose to stay in a reclined position, of course, that's your choice. But if you can, see if you can transition to a stable, seated position. Find that seat so that your head, your neck, and your spine are aligned in a neutral position. We're going to continue to breathe naturally and still cultivate that deep, smooth, diaphragmatic breath. The abdomen is smooth. The breath should be without effort. It should be continuous. It should be quiet as you inhale and exhale. As you invite right now divine grace with its guiding and nurturing white light to surround you for this practice. As you find your comfortable seat, just let your hands rest in any way that feels natural and comfortable for you. Bring awareness to the breath. Notice the breath at your nostrils. I'm going to guide you through this breath practice that's going to take you to different places in your body where I invite you to breathe at these different places. So we'll begin bringing your awareness to the center of your forehead. And I invite you to take 3 breaths at the center of your forehead. Bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows. Take 1 breath here. To the corners of your eyes, take 1 breath here. To your nostrils, take 1 breath here. At your throat, take 1 breath here. To your shoulder joints, take 1 breath here. Your upper arms, take 1 breath here. Your elbow joints, take 1 breath here. Your wrist joints, 1 breath here. The palms of your hands, take 1 breath here. To your fingertips, take 2 breaths here. The palms of your hands, take 1 breath here. To your wrist joints, take 1 breath here. To your elbow joints, 1 breath here. To your upper arms, take 1 breath here. To your shoulder joints, 1 breath here. To the center of your throat, take 1 breath here. To your heart center, take 1 breath here. At the base of your sternum, take 1 breath here. At your navel center, take 1 breath here. center of your pelvis, take one breath here. At the base of your perineum, take 2 breaths. Center of your pelvis, take 1 breath. At your navel center, take 1 breath. At your base of your sternum, take 1 breath. At your heart center, take 1 breath. At your throat center, take 1 breath. At the base of your nostrils, take 1 breath. At the corner of your eyes, take 1 breath. At the center of your eyebrows, take 1 breath. And at the center of your forehead now, take 3 breaths. Now release all focus of all these points and just breathe in this consciousness of being still within your own body, feeling the breath and the energy, the pranic sensitivity of just the breath flowing in and out of your body. When you are ready, I invite you to bring your hands up to your heart. You bring your palms together, or one hand on top of the other. See if you find a gesture that allows you to find gratitude to this inner space that supports the body, the heart, the mind, your breath. Just acknowledge this pulse of life to your inner guide, to your inner light. And then rub your palms together briskly. And bring the palms to cover your eyes. As you open your eyes into the palms of your hands, just remind yourself of the inner world, of your inner world, supporting your outer world. And then just rejoin the world with this sense of awareness. And as you come out of the practice, just take a moment here. I wish you all peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.